Hey, this is Heather Blackman coming to you live from the top of Vail Village. Got the beautiful slopes behind me. The skies are starting to already clear up, so I think it might be a nice blue day to get out here. Lots of events to share with you, weather, traffic, everything you need to know to start your day. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Tricia Swenson here in the studios at the Grand Hyatt Vail. We just saw Heather Blackman at the bottom of Bridge Street, right in Vail Village, giving you your news for Monday. And we're not talking about the bad news. We're talking about all the happy news, the fun news, resort news, what you need to know to get your day started and to get your week started. If you're here for the week, if you just arrived, we've got a lot of things going on as we kind of round out the last full week of January. And thanks for joining us on Vail Valley Live. We have a couple different ways you can watch us. You can always watch us on your device, whether it's your phone, your laptop, your tablet. You can just log into Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on those channels. Like us, set the alarms so you know when we're going live each day. We're with you live 7:30 to 8:30. And you can chat with us on those two platforms, Facebook and YouTube. And then also on Comcast Channel 17, Outside Television, we're on there as well. So a couple different ways to stay in touch with what's happening. Pay attention to the crawl that's at the bottom of the screen. That's going to let you know what's been groomed in the last 24 hours. No new snow in the last 24 hours just because of that abundant sunshine we had yesterday. But let's take a look at the weather so you can find out how you can plan your day and plan your week. Currently, we're looking at 14 on the valley floor, 11 up on Beaver Creek Mountain, 10 up on Vail Mountain. So a little chilly start to the morning if you're going to be heading out there right at 8:30 for the opening where the rope drops for the lifts. It might still be a little bit chilly out there, but then we expect to be up into the 30s. And that once again is temperatures on the valley floor. Keep in mind that for every 1,000 feet of travel, you do lose a couple of degrees. So from the base all the way up to the top, patrol headquarters, up above 11,000 feet, it is going to be a little bit cooler up there. But we're going to have some gradual clearing this morning. And then east wind, maybe 5 to 15 miles per hour. Nothing too bad to think about there. And then tonight, just a 30% chance of snow showers, mainly in the wee hours of the morning after 4 a.m. And then Tuesday, a 40% chance of snow showers. So mostly cloudy skies. We'll bring our highs to around the mid-20s for tomorrow. Overnight lows, we're dropping into the single digits each night this week. So it is going to be a chilly one. And then Tuesday, another chance of snow as well, and Wednesday, and then a little bit on Thursday. So we're not going to see a ton of precipitation out of these storms. No big powder days, no big 15-inch kind of day, maybe just a couple inches here and there. So that's what it's looking like for your forecast for today. So bundle up. Don't forget to put the sunscreen on as well. And here's the snow totals that Open Snow is predicting. So maybe by Wednesday, 3 to 4 inches through that week period. And then next week, maybe a couple inches on Sunday and a couple more on Monday. But hey, we'll take what we can get. Right now, Vail is sitting at 205 inches season to date. Beaver Creek is at 180. So just amazing snow totals. And we haven't even finished the month of January yet. So we are looking good for the season. But let's bring in Heather and talk a little bit about what it feels like out there. I could talk about it all day long. I'm nice and warm here. But Heather, what does it feel like this morning?
It's a little bit crisp. It's, that kind of little early, but with the suns, I think is going to come out today. I think it'll start to warm up, like you said, fairly quickly, but definitely a layers day. I'm almost always, when I'm out here, in a couple of layers just to make sure I can stay nice and toasty warm. I'd rather take off than be cold all
Yeah.
day. So
Yeah, definitely. And and dress for the top of the mountain, not for what you feel when you get out of the parking lot. Sometimes you're getting all ready and then you walk up Bridge Street, and even though isn't much of an incline, you are carrying all those skis and you kind of build up this body heat and you're like, "Oh, I'm overdressed. Oh man." And then you get in a
totally.
gondola that's enclosed. But once you get in those open chairs, it is going to be a little cooler. Now, one thing that I always tell people, I don't double up on socks. Okay.
Oh,
So
for
you
sure.
do not want to do that. I was up at Beaver Creek. This was during the Christmas break. We'd popped in. I was having a little trouble with my boot. I got new boots last year, so I'm still trying to dial everything in. So we popped in a Spruce Saddle and we run into a couple from Chicago, and his boots were hurting and everything too. And we were starting to talk, and then he took off his boot. And then he's like, "Well, I got two socks on." And I'm like, "Oh, no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no! I promise me, just take them off. I know you'll feel better." And because you need that circulation to go through, and you
yes.
really need to invest in the good socks. And I know they're like $20 for these socks, but whether they're Smart Wool, Darn Tough, Fits, whatever brand you want to go with, just go with it because your
Yeah.
circulation is going to be better. They're going to wick away the moisture better. You don't want cotton gym socks at
No.
all.
No, I tend to prefer ones that are either that smart wool, I think is a really good choice, or I have some that I think are alpaca. So
Yeah.
any of those really, think about where the animal lives. And if it's in a
Yeah.
really cold place, then you can kind of know that it's going to have a little bit warmer qualities. But yeah, double socks, not a good sign. And what I learned over kind of the Christmas break is if you start to feel like you're getting a blister in one, and even just in that single sock, maybe stop and don't push that so you don't end up being out
Oh.
of skiing for a couple of days. So
Oh yeah. Oh, I know the no pain, no gain.
yeah,
That no pain, no gain is probably going to keep you in the lodge and everything.
I know. I
And I
missed a good
always
powder day that way, so don't make that
Oh,
mistake.
okay, yeah. And I always say that boots are the most important piece of equipment. Skis, you could always even rent your skis here if you just want to have your boots in a carry-on. But your boots, you should really get a personalized
Yes.
fit. Get the footbed, which will help like get your arch support there, cup the heel.
Hmm.
It'll shrink up the toes a little bit more, better circulation. And then also blowing out the pinky toe, or oh, I've got this little hot spot by
Yeah.
my ankle. All these different ski shops have all the pros that know how to like, oh, we got to put a heel lift in there. Oh, we got to put a donut in there. We got to shave this out. If you don't know what any of that means, it's okay because it all means they're making your feet feel better in these boots. So that's kind of what you can definitely do that.
Completely.
And even if it takes a little
And
time
I'm
out
in
of your
snowboard
day.
boots.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
in
and I'm in
snowboard
snowboard
boots.
boots, but even that, I think taking the time, like you said, going to one of these great shops. Whenever I get new boots, they do a nice, custom fit for you. They'll put in
Yeah.
the insoles, so it doesn't matter if it's ski or snowboard. I do think it's even more important in ski boots. But
Yeah.
be comfortable in whatever you're wearing. All of these are. It's like your performance gear. You're being
Yeah.
an athlete out on the mountain, and so make sure you've got the right gear to kind of match with that.
Yeah, and you know what? And you can keep your boots for a while. You can make the investment and get all the bells and whistles, boot heaters if you really want to go that far and keep your feet warm. My boots are still so tight that I don't know. The jury's still out as whether I'm going to keep them or not. I might get new ones because they just have not packed out very much. Some days are better than others, but yeah, don't stay in the lodge because your boots are hurting, your feet are just, hey, my sister calls them jail. She's like, I'm going to get my feet out of jail at the end of the day. And I'm like, really? We got to do something. And we brought her in last year. I had my brother-in-law go skiing. I said, I'm taking her. We're going to go and get things dialed in. And it made a huge difference. So where she can enjoy skiing.
Yeah.
Hey, we spent a lot of money. We spent a lot of time to get here. So you might as well dial in the boots and everything. But hey, conditions are looking really good out there. We've got 180 inches season to date at Beaver Creek and 205 inches over at Vail. So just incredible for January.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was on the mountain at Beaver Creek yesterday with SOS Outreach, and we all thought the conditions were really quite
Yeah,
nice. So even though we didn't have a bunch of new snow, this is the nice thing about we've gotten so much already. So
yeah.
it still stays, it's kind of soft still. It's not super icy or anything like that. So if you're nervous that there's not enough new snow in the forecast, believe me, you're still going to enjoy your time on the mountain because just of how well this season has really stacked up.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, and tell us a little bit about SOS Outreach. That's a nonprofit that's been
Yeah.
around for, wow, I mean, we're getting close to 30 years, I think. I think they celebrated their
I think
25th.
you're right.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit yesterday too, but it is a great program for kids in the valley, and it's not just here. I think they did start in Denver, and they would bring them up into the mountains, and it's now expanded to different states as well. So I work with the one here in Eagle, and it's basically pairing an adult with a group of kids. I have 5 girls that are all in 7th grade, and we just go ski and have conversations and chat, and just kind of having a good mentor in their life. And yeah, we just have fun. We also do community service. We were at the community market on Saturday helping to sort beans and stock the
Oh,
shelves and just kind of get
wow.
to be part of the community. So tons of really great stuff. It's a wonderful program. So if you're not familiar with it, definitely check it out. Obviously easy to donate and get involved.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I remember interviewing Armin Coney. He was a longtime local. He was a snowboard instructor, and he started this SOS,
Ah, oh, that's
SOS
cool.
Outreach. And so he started it out of Golden Peak, and and it was so interesting too. Is it's been around for so long that you have a lot of kids that were in the program,
Yes.
and then they get older. Maybe they go off to college, something they never thought they were going to do, but through these programs and through all the mentoring, they're able to do that, or maybe go into the trades, and then they'll come
Yep.
back and they'll give back and they'll work for SOS or volunteer, and that's what's really cool too. And if you are looking for some place to volunteer and give back, this is a great way to do it because you're out on the
Yeah.
hill, right?
Yeah, I know. I always joke. My two volunteer. I have one for winter, which is SOS, and I do Cycle Effect in the summer. So I think it's a great way to pair kind of getting outside, getting active, and using sports and activities to help build confidence and learn skills.
Yeah,
And there's so many ways that you can learn from this, right? So if you're in organized sports, I think you get a lot of this, but not everybody does that. And so this
yeah.
is a great way to participate in a slightly different way, maybe less competitive way, which is
It
also fun.
definitely is. Okay, awesome. Well, if you want to learn more, sosoutreach.org is just one of the many great organizations that you can get involved in. You can join Heather and the other crew members getting out there and volunteering. So, but Heather, we better get to the headlines. We've got so much more coming up on the show. It's a busy Monday. We have a lot to tell you about. So let's get on it. Well, we are back, and time to take a look at what made headlines in today's Vail Daily for Monday, the 23rd of January. So 1/23/23, if you like the numbers thing. But chugging right along, a cross country skier makes their way down the Nordic Track Saturday in Vail. The groomed trails go along the golf course at the popular winter recreational spot. You can find this out. You can head on over to the golf course and take a spin or maybe even rent a fat bike or head to their limited soup bar. They've got a lot of great soups in the cafe right after you're done. But headlines for today: A Legacy of Healing. Dr. J. Richard Stedman, pioneering orthopedic surgeon and founder of the Stedman Clinic and Stedman upon Research Institute, dies at 85. He was quite a legend here and in Lake Tahoe. You can read more about his amazing story on page A4 in today's paper. Also, in today's news, the time machine. This is a weekly article that takes a look back up to 70 years ago, 60, 50, and 30 years ago. The Vail-based lawn chair demonstration team performed at the Clinton inauguration. These guys are staples in the 4th of July parade, but kind of interesting to see what they were doing. And some of they gained worldwide notoriety with some of their antics. So you can learn more about the decades and the past on page A2 today. And then also, Michaela Schifrin, she was 7th in Sunday's Super G in Cortina, Italy. The skier is still tied with Lindsey Vonn after a speed event weekend. And Lindsey is more of a technical skier, so she kind of didn't expect to have the record-breaking day happening over this weekend with all the speed events. But still, congrats for her for doing so well in all of these. Nice top tens out there, Michaela. And then also scientists studying water following peak snowpack. April forecasts may no longer be a reliable benchmark. You can learn a little bit about how they determine the snowpack and the different water and what it means for our rivers and for wildland fire danger in today's paper on page A5. And then also in today's paper, hey, we've got sports. If you want to get a recap on prep sports this weekend, what happened? Well, we've got the prep notebook for you, and that is on page A15. And then in arts and entertainment, the Gas House celebrates its 40th anniversary. Valley Staples celebrates 4 decades of business in Edwards. If you haven't been to the Gas House, oh, you got to check it out. It's such a legendary place. More on that on page B1. So you can find these stories and more in newspaper dispensers from East Vail all the way down to Gypsum, or you can just go online and find all these details at your fingertips, the online stories, archive stories, breaking news alerts, and much more at vaildaily.com. But right now, let's take a look at the roads. We're seeing traffic flowing quite nicely today. We didn't get any new snow in the last 24 hours. A lot of that snow on the sides of the roads dried up from a little bit of the snow we got on Saturday. Up in the higher elevations, still do watch for some ice and some slippery spots. But in the valley floor, I drove in from Edwards today, and it was quite the nice drive. Now, they are doing some snow removal between exit 190 Vail to the Vail Pass Summit and exit 180 East Vail. So from East Vail up to the summit, keep in mind just use slower speeds due to snow removal operations. Otherwise, we're seeing pretty clear sailing all the way down the I-70 corridor. In case you're waking up this morning, heading down to work today instead of doing that crazy Sunday afternoon drive. So those are all looking good. But let's bring in Heather again and find out how her commute was this morning.
Hey, sounds very similar to yours. I think we both came from Edwards, so
Yeah.
nice, clear roads, right? Even
Oh,
our neighborhood is getting to be quite easy to drive. So a lot.
yeah.
I think it's time for more because it's too easy.
Yeah.
Everything's
We're
too
like,
clear.
wait, we need a challenge. We need some white knuckle driving. It's been more of a white knuckle kind of drive every morning than it has a smooth sailing. But yeah, we'll take the snow. We'll take the good with the bad. Hey, but did you hear that Stone Creek Chutes opened over the weekend?
I did. I haven't been back there, but I have
Yeah.
heard that people are starting to get it after it, and there's probably lots of fresh snow back there.
Yeah. You know what? Stone Creek is one of those places where you really gotta wait till you have some deep accumulation because it is.
Yeah.
It shoots. It's rocky. And if you've never been back there, I would go with someone that knows because there's black diamonds, double black diamonds, experts only terrain, and it's very well marked. I mean, if you're a beginner, like there's no reason you accidentally showed up there.
No.
If you did, I would hike back
No.
out. But okay, well,
Yeah, I
let's
think there's
take a
those
look.
big signs anywhere you go into those sections. So,
Yeah, they're orange with like danger on them. But
yeah.
so Sean Naylor from the Vail Daily, he's the On the Hill host, and John LeConte does a lot on Vail Mountain. Well, Sean met up with Ross Leonhardt, who now works for the Vail Valley Foundation, but he used to work for the Vail Daily. He used to do all these reports, so we're gonna get a good report from these guys. Let's roll the tape on Stone Creek Chutes just opening. Oh, okay. We're gonna wait a little bit. Okay. So they do these. Heather, they've been doing these for all the rope drops. Hey, and I've not heard the rope dropping on the new Sundown Express.
I haven't heard this
So
either.
last week, the Vail Daily reported that Vail Resorts was saying probably the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. It could still happen today. We don't know. So let's see. Okay. Okay, here we go. About 44 minutes ago, they just announced they are still conducting load testing as part of the new Sundown acceptance test. So
Okay.
Sundown Bowl is going to be closed today for your safety. Okay, so not even the terrain will be open. And then they're still doing load testing on Sundown Express to pass their acceptance test. So we got to be all about safety. So
Definitely. Maybe the fact that they're going through all those testings, though, and if the terrain's closed, maybe they're getting close. I don't really
yeah,
know. A little bit of a guess
you
here.
know what? Okay, so that was the word today. Sundown Bowl, the entire bowl is going to be closed, and then they're still doing load testing on the Sundown Express. Okay, everybody, we're on the same page. Okay, are we ready to show? It's okay. It's still not loading. All right. Hey, so how was the Beeve yesterday? Where'd you end up going?
Yeah, so we went back to McCoy Park. Such a great place to take the kids. They had a great time. Also, a little bit of a change. My group has been riding Red Buffalo quite consistently for the
Yeah.
last 2 seasons. So I think they were just thrilled to try something new. And it's
Yeah.
so fun to watch them get better. There
Yeah.
is, even though a lot of that terrain is green, I know I've said this before, it's really great and it's
Yeah.
beautiful, wide open, really just wonderful vistas. And then we figured out how to get ourselves from McCoy right into Larkspur and kind of ride around back down there. So the
Oh yeah.
snow was really nice. All these different layers of snow that we've gotten, I think, have really made great conditions. Everybody was having just a lot of fun. Did you get out
Okay.
there this weekend?
Yeah, you know what? For a little bit, we did 2 runs at Vail, and then about 6 runs in Beaver Creek. So yeah, it was good out there for sure. All right, are we ready? Okay, we're gonna show you what it's
All
like back
right.
in Stone Creek Chutes.
Hi there.
You're Heather.
I am.
The wisest way to go
Oh,
is to use
yes.
the party system. So without further
No, I've
ado,
seen your name for sure.
might be a familiar face, you might have seen him on the Hill
Absolutely.
before.
Oh,
Mr.
so
Ross,
great to
the
see you.
high boss
Are you
leader
here for the
on.
week?
I'm only here
Are we
until
live?
Thursday.
No,
I'm
we're
here a few days.
Okay,
we're
cool.
rolling.
So not just coming in.
Good
Oh, that's awesome. So fun to put a
morning,
name with a
Beaver
face.
Creek.
Oh, very cool.
Like Sean, we're out here at
Oh,
Stone Creek Chutes on the
They're not on,
terrain at Beaver
yeah.
Creek, but
Yeah.
this is one of the best seasons I've seen out here in over
I don't know
10
how long
years.
this
so
one is, so
these
we'll
are
have
the
to
days
see.
you
They're
want to
running
do some of this fun stuff and definitely have a buddy with you like we got Sean here.
Absolutely.
We passed first chance, last chance. We're gonna do no chance.
Talking about me the other day because they gave me a Honda rental car.
Oh, how fun.
Well, you knew.
Yeah. They reached out to me, I think, in November. So I think I started checking it out end of November, beginning of December.
You lived
So-
out here all your life?
No, I've been out here about 4 years. So not. Oh,
Just so much snow. It has just been a great season, and what I've been telling people is with great snow comes great responsibility. And just look at this beautiful view we got out here. Whew.
fun.
Beautiful. So yeah, Stone Creek Chutes. A lot of snow back here, a lot of cliffs. Definitely don't want to come back here if you don't know where you're going.
Oh, hey, you know what? We can actually, for some reason, so maybe walk away from the phone.
Man.
Yeah.
Fine, Sean.
We can hear you over the On the Hill video talking to Paul from the UK.
Yeah, buddy. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Well, I don't know.
Hey, take
I
it
don't
off.
know.
Yeah, man. I'll head it back. I got you a quick
Maybe refresh
man, dude,
and start again.
appreciate you.
And if you want to interview
So
Paul,
it's beautiful
he
up here,
has
people.
been a friend of the
Forecast.
show for a long
So we're
time,
not
and
going to
he
see much
chats
snow on
in with
Sunday. We're not
us
going
a
to see any at all.
lot.
However, Monday through Thursday,
cool.
we're expecting an extra 8 inches in the forecast. We'll be really excited for that. Consistent snow throughout the week. Stay with us. This is Sean Naylor with the Vail Daily. Thank you for watching On the Hill. Hi, Mom! Hi, Mom! Woo!
Hello and welcome to the Vail Dailies on the Hill on the 4th of January 2023. I'm your host, John LeConte. Excited to be
All right. Yep. And you can watch more on the Hills if you want. That's on the Vail Daily's website. Super cool. Okay. All right. Then let's cut that on the Hill with John there. And yeah, I wanted to see, we got a little chat all there. Paul Richards. Hey all. I'm gonna come by and say hey. Paul is from the UK. He's been a longtime friend of ours, and he chimes in from the UK all the time. One time he chimed in from he was on a cruise ship, so that was pretty cool. And then LA, Lisa's in the house. Good morning, Trisha. We're here now. We will look forward to seeing you tomorrow or Thursday if that works. Yep. Hey, LA, we would love to chat with you. So if you're in town, we'd love to see you. We'd love to chat with you. You can always find our hosts. We got Heather, once again, right around Bridge Street now. And I think LA, she usually takes Tier 20, which is the lift that goes right out of this area. So that should be super fun. So we love seeing our friends and seeing where you're coming in from. So awesome. Okay, well, let's see. Should we bring in Heather? Okay. Heather, let's see if we got you.
Hey
Heather.
guys, can you hear us okay?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. Okay, yeah.
Perfect.
How's it going?
So Paul Richards got me broadcasting today. So he's in from the UK. Try to say hello.
Hi. I'm back again. Can't stop coming back.
And it sounds like you've been here a couple of days already?
Yeah, I've been here, when did I get in? Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm only here for a week this year, but 21st year here. I can't stop coming back.
And so Friday, you guys still had some great snow then when you arrived?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was great. I took in a little bit of the Denver area first before I came up here, and went down to the Royal Gorge Bridge. If nobody's ever done that, you've got to do that.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, and you can take a route from Denver. It's a long route, but you can take a route from Denver to go down and then come up to Vail. It's just unbelievable.
Oh.
But yeah, there's nothing like being here.
No, absolutely not. And I think you've been commenting. I mean, I've seen you comment on the show quite a bit, which is pretty neat. So this is why everybody needs to comment on YouTube or Facebook, and we know who you are.
Yeah, that's right. And they gave me, as Trisha mentioned, they gave me this Honda down at the car rental, and it's crazy. It's like got electric motors it is 4-wheel drive, but when it wants to be. So it's got electric motors at the back, and it's driven by an engine at the front, and it's just crazy. Thank God there isn't deep snow, but we made it here, so which is great.
So what's the most fun thing you've done during your visit so far?
Well, Saturday was really, really good up there. Yes, there wasn't the sun out, but if you wanted to find powder, you could find it.
Yeah.
If you wanted to find groomers, you could find it. If you wanted a bit of chopped up, you could find it. It was really great out there. The lift lines on Saturday were crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing I'd say to everybody is that ignore the lift lines. Gives you a moment just to catch your breath, talk to your buddies, your friends. But then when you get up the top of the lift line, it's open.
Yeah.
It's as if there wasn't a lift line. So don't be afraid of the lift lines ever.
I think that's
my biggest tip. Yeah.
Such a big mountain, right?
Yeah.
So it spreads out quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I always find the lift lines towards the front are the worst. The more you go to the back, it starts to get better again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it does. But it's just actually, can I give a shout out? I'm going to tell you this story. All right. I've got to shout out actually to all of the staff. Yes, all of the lift staff, everybody like that, but the ones that you forget about. And because I was in the restaurant and I was speaking to the server, and I was saying, how long had you been out? And this was her second season. And her and her boyfriend, they love the resort, and they stayed last season. They stayed in their car.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because they wanted to be here, and they wanted to. They got themselves a job. This year they're in a rental apartment, which is great. But it just shows you that some of the staff here that are working, in the restaurants and things like this. Yes, we got to look after them. We all do. But that just shows a passion just for some of the staff that aren't working the lift lines.
Yeah.
And they're not out there as teaching you how to ski, but they're just awesome, the staff.
Absolutely.
Everybody here. Yeah.
Well, very cool. I'm so glad that you popped by and caught my attention. I think it's so fun to meet somebody that we've seen the name in the comments before.
Yeah, good to see Ken back again.
Yes.
I saw his car this morning on Instagram, and he hasn't got any trouble getting anywhere with that car. So good to see you again, Tricia.
Oh yeah, it's good to see you,
Thanks for
Paul.
coming.
I'm so glad that you made it, and you made it with that little Honda and stuff. And I hope you enjoy your trips. Are you going to head out?
I'm already booked for next year.
Oh,
by the way.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to head out on the slopes today?
Yeah.
Are you heading on the slopes today?
Yeah, I'm going out skiing today.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not trying to make people feel jealous, by the way. But but after I've skiing until Thursday, then I'm then going over to Daytona for the 24-hour motor race. Then I'm then flying to Portland, Oregon to visit a couple of friends, a friend I know really, really well. And then I'm then coming back to Florida and going on another cruise.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
And then I'm going back to the UK to work 9 months solidly.
Before you get another
before I get back here. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's right. Good to see you. Good to see you again, everyone.
That is great. Hey, Paul, you have a great trip. And wow, I love that you're bouncing all around Florida and then Portland, then back to Florida. And then the cruise. Is this a Caribbean cruise?
Yeah, it's it is. It's on the Norwegian Prima, which takes me down to Ocherius and down to Jamaica and Grand Cayman. And
how long is your vacation overall?
Just over a month.
Very nice. Oh, I'm so jealous.
But it's the only time I get a chance to have a vacation.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm lying because Tricia knows I went on another one in November. I was on another cruise, but that was just by luck. But yeah. So but yeah, it's only the winter I can take vacation time because my business is summer based back in the UK.
Gotcha. So you can take advantage right now.
That's right. I'm one of the big Sea-Doo dealers in the UK selling jet skis. And of course, nobody wants to jet ski in the UK in the middle of winter. I mean, the temperature of the water in the UK in the summer is like winter.
Quite cold.
It's cold anyway. But yeah, so winters is the time.
Oh, well, really cool. Well, wonderful vacation. That sounds amazing. I haven't been on a cruise in a couple of years. Maybe you're inspiring me to do that again.
No, give it a go. And I'm just a solo traveller these days because I lost my wife a couple of years back. But, it is awesome, still doing the vacations and things like this. But recommend it to everybody. But you still, no matter whatever vacation you tag on, you've still got to come here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, well done to everybody here on the channel again. Yeah. Improvements year on year. I'm liking it. It's very good.
Very kind. Very kind. Well, thank you so much. Good talking with you.
That's all right. And you.
Thank you. Oh, that's so cool. I love when we have our guests that come through, and we love to say hi to you. So keep chatting with us, and when you're in town, make sure you come and see our hosts. They're usually in Vail or Beaver Creek or Lion's Head. So chase them down and find them. And like I said, I think we're going to get Lisa LA. She's going to be coming on later this week. So we'll have that for you as well. Right now, we're going to take to the outlets at Silverthorne. So if you want to do a little shopping while you're here, or if you need some more gear, they got the Columbia outlet. They've got the Eddie Bauer outlet. But Levi, a great classic. They've got the Levi's outlet. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here today to share with you some amazing looks all from the Levi's outlet. Let's first start with my jacket, which I am obsessed with. It's normally like $108. Look at that with the fun little fleece collar. Well, if I bought another item, it would be buy one, get one half. Plus, I decided to sign up and I'm a member of the Levi's Red Tab loyalty program, so I get an additional 15% off every time I come. It's that easy. So now, without further ado, I am so honored to share with you what I call Mr. Levi's, the manager of the store. He's amazing. You got to see what he's wearing. Come on up, Nick. Here's Nick. He's in his olive cord jacket with the fleece lining, looking fabulous. His camo Levi's tee, his chocolate brown slim jeans, again, is so neat. So today, they're the neatest color. Everything is buy one, get one free for many other items that are in there. He'll get totally $177 would be actually retail with his 15% off because he also is a Levi's Red Tab loyalty program member. Whole outfit will be $127.92. Thank you, Nick. You look fabulous. And then we have Rachel. Rachel has on her check shirt. Again, Levi's is known for these check shirts. They're amazing. Buffalo checks are in. Her fabulous fleece collar, amazing jacket, or it's not even a jacket, it's a vest, which looks so great. Love the colors. And then she also has her super skinny black jeans, and look at her scarf. $266 retail, comes to $104 with her Red Tab loyalty program discount, coming to $104. Rachel's going to save $161. Way to go, Rachel. I love that. Okay, Maddie, I am obsessed with your outfit. I love it. So she's got on her striped beanie hat, which is so cute. She has her also her pink check flannel shirt. Again, love it. Her pink, I call it a Henley tee. It's a button-down, three-quarter button-down tee. Her Levi's fabulous jeans. Look at those. They look so great. They're dark jeans. They really fit just the best. $213 retail, $118 with her loyalty program discount. So she's going to save $94.96. You look so great, Maddie. I want that whole outfit. And next comes Elizabeth. She's got on her ivory cord jacket, her striped turtleneck top, and her distressed jeans. She also has her aqua beanie on, and look at the aqua fun belt they have in there. $249 retail, comes to $140 outlet. She's going to save $108. Looking great, Elizabeth. I love that. I love the colors. Thanks. And Marina. So Marina has on blue, denim blue, and also a darker blue, which does work. It looks great. She's got her fleece lined jean jacket on, which they are known for. Her pink logo tee, so fun and fabulous. Her dark denim boot cut jeans, and her scarf. Full outfit would be $208, comes to $124. Of course, with Red Tab loyalty, all you need to do is give them your name and your email, and you are good for 15% off. She's saving $84.45. This is a great, great store to shop when you're coming to the outlets at Silverthorne. Be sure you stop in at the Levi's outlet and say hi to Nick. See you there.
All right, thanks, Peggy, for taking us on a little shopping trip. Fun to see all the clothes out there. And the buffalo checks are in, everyone. Flannel's pretty in, too. This came from the Eddie Bauer outlet over in Silverthorne. But, hey, let's bring in Heather again, because we've had some things happen over the weekend. You know, Michaela Schifrin, she is close to breaking the record of World Cup wins held by Lindsey Vonn, 82 World Cup wins. And then the next goal is to break the record held by Ingemar Stenmark out of Sweden. He's had that record for a very, very, very long time. But it didn't happen this weekend just simply because we were doing more speed events, Super G and downhills, those sort of things. And Michaela's more of a technical racer. She can do these. She does all the disciplines, but so she didn't break it this weekend. But what happened this weekend also, so the Hahnenkamm was going on, and this is in Kitzbühel, Austria. It is probably the most physically and mentally intimidating course out on the World Cup circuit. I mean, we talk about Birds of Prey, and Birds of Prey is right up there, but the Hahnenkamm it's so legendary. Darren Ralph's the only U.S. American male to have ever won it. Travis Ganong placed third this weekend, which was such a highlight for his career. He's about to retire. But then Lindsey Vonn shows up in Austria, and she always wanted to race the guys. She always wanted to be on their race courses. She loved training with them because they always pushed her really hard. Well, she retired 4 years ago, but she got back into the race suit, borrowed some skis from Ryan Cochran Siegel, and headed down the mountain at night. So she's the first woman to get on this course. And she's the only human to do it at night. Red Bull did this with her. You know, I had a chance to interview her when she was here in Vail in December, and she was here showing her book and everything. And I said, I see you lifting a lot of heavy weights on Instagram. You know, you've got the huge barbells stacked up. What's going on? And she said, well, I'm doing this project for Red Bull. I can't really tell you what it is. I had no idea it was going to be this. But let's bring up the video, and I think I can just talk over it and kind of explain what she's doing. So she's coming out of the gate, and they lit up. You could see the gates lit up. And then she was following, you know, we had look at this is at 11 at night. She's doing this. And I don't know how many people knew about it. I think it was definitely a kind of an inside thing, but she said they did such a good job of lighting the course and everything. So she came out of the gate at night, and I just can't imagine. I mean, I've done Thursday night light in the dark. That's scary enough for me. But really cool to see Lindsey Vonn do this, accomplish this feat. And who helped her with this? Darren Ralphs. So Darren was there as well. Darren was giving her all sorts of tips. He was really impressed with, you know, how she still got it. She really was such a studious student of the course. And then so, but can you imagine going down this? So they had drones following her. They had all sorts of camera angles. And Lindsey said, you know, she's always wanted to do this. So it was a goal that she accomplished. And she did it for her mom. Her mom passed away earlier this summer after a battle with ALS. And so when she got to the bottom, she definitely was like, yep, my mom was being my guardian angel on this. And just feels accomplished. She got that checked off the list. But I can't imagine doing this at night. It is scary as scary can be. But just an amazing weekend. And once again, congrats to Travis Ganong, who did so well at the race, getting third. Alexander Amat Kilde, he ended up taking first place over the weekend as well. That is Michaela's boyfriend. He spent a lot of time here in the valley. But, oh, look at this. Just an amazing time. So bravo, Lindsey. Good on you for doing this. It's pretty amazing. But let's bring in, is Heather ready? Okay. Yeah, Heather, what do you think of that?
Oh my goodness. It's so cool to see. When I was reading the story in the paper yesterday, I was just thinking, I don't know if I would be wanting to high speed race downhill in the dark. It's impressive to kind of see some of that.
Well, you know what?
I have done like backcountry, but yeah.
I mean, like I said, I've done Thursday night lights. That's about as in the dark I've gotten. But and even that's a little sketchy, but really cool. And I knew she was up to something. I just didn't know what it was because she's been training so much with the big heavy weights and everything. And that's what she said in her interview to us earlier this season. But way to go. And I know that Arnold Schwarzenegger was over there, and she got a picture with him. I mean, it's a big party over there. It is a big, big deal. That's a huge race, and one of the scariest downhills out there on the circuit. So really cool to see that happen.
I think in the article yesterday it said like people have died on that race course, which is just crazy to think about. So this is not just like the bunny hill in the dark. This is like a very, I don't know, serious consequences situation. It sounds like she crushed it.
Yeah, she definitely did. She definitely did. So that's super cool. But yeah. So good job to Lindsey Vonn for that amazing, amazing feat. But hey, let's talk about a few things that are going on here this week. So we got some live entertainment tonight. We got a lot of different things happening. We also have nature walks, all that. So let's let you know. First off, the music. So Brendan McKinney, he's going to be at the King's Club Lounge tonight. And that's going to be at the Sun and Up, 7 to 10 p.m. Brendan has played all over Nashville, Philadelphia. He's played in Europe. Of course, Colorado. He's been a staple in the Vail Valley a long time. The King's Club Lounge, just a fun little place, nice place to go. Glühwein, they serve that hot spiced wine. You kind of feel like you're in Europe when you go to the Sun and Up. And then Sean Eccles, he'll be playing at Shakedown Bar. So he's a guitarist and vocalist for Andy Frasco and the UN. He plays electric blues. So Sean Eccles, that'll be later tonight, 9 till about midnight. And so just a couple different things that you can do. If you're wondering where to go tonight, maybe after dinner, before dinner, and where do you like to go? Where do you like to go, Heather?
Right after the slopes.
Yeah.
Usually, we'll honestly nice to grab a beer at Vail Brewing Company sometimes, and a little taco from Rocky Mountain Taco. So that tends to be a staple for us. But another really great newer to us happy hour is at the Mountain Fish Company, because they do bubbles and oysters.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen that yet.
Okay.
So that is kind of a fun one. So something a little bit fancier, and kind of paired with our oysters. And then we'll get their calamari there is also excellent because it's not really breaded very much. So it's really bright. You can actually taste all the flavors.
Yeah.
And then probably Drunken Goat. Mine tend to be more in that Edwardsville, Eagle Vale area as I'm kind of heading back in that direction.
Yeah, get closer to home. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stopped in the Chop House at Beaver Creek a little bit yesterday, and then on Saturday we stopped into Remedy because we were watching some of the games. We had some basketball going on, and then of course football going on. Hey, and speaking of football, so Coach Prime, I know that you follow Georgia because that's where you went, and of course Georgia won the national championship. But Colorado CU has been in the news with this new signing of primetime Deion Sanders. So
this is a really cool thing to see. I think it'll be interesting to watch how he does.
And on Instagram, on Barstool Colorado, they've got a photo of him and his wife. They were walking around. He was wearing like a Letterman's jacket and everything. But so we were in Remedy. We're watching on the big screens all the games, because they had KU playing, they had Georgia playing, they had, and then the Chiefs were about to play. And we overheard at this table something about Coach Prime. And my husband goes, wait, did he say that Coach Prime was in the bar? And I'm like, I don't know. I think he was just talking about him. So when we were leaving anyway, so we were ready to go out to the valet, and we looked. We didn't see him. There was hardly anyone there. It was before the Kansas game, and then we see this on Instagram or a tweet. It was a tweet that Barstool Colorado sent out saying Coach Prime spent the weekend in Vail repping the hardest CU Letterman jacket ever made. So it's the black leather, it's got the CU, it's got the snaps, it's your classic Letterman jacket. So
I bet you just missed him, Trisha.
I know.
Bad timing, right?
I know. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, we've been it's been really fun to watch the energy that has been pouring in to see you, and the top recruits that are like, wait, I want to go play for Deion Sanders. He's such a motivational guy. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, prime time, Coach Prime was in Vail this past weekend. So just want to
so fun
celebrity report. Celebrity report. Okay. Hey, speaking of celebrities, we both got to see a great show on Saturday night. Joe Nichols took the stage. He's been a country music artist playing for the last 20 years, 6 #1 hits. He's got 8 top 10 hits. And I don't know about you, Heather, but the new songs he was playing from his new album, Good Day
Yes.
for Living. Yeah, that came out in February. I think those songs are going to be hits too. Like that one, Hawaii, that was such a good one. What'd you think of the
Yes. Oh,
show?
oh, it was such a great show. And by the way, I left and immediately liked that song on Spotify because it really is a good one. But it was a great show. I think it's always really nice when they do more of that like singer songwriter style. So it was just three of them on the stage, very intimate. You know, he's just kind of telling stories and drinking his tea and playing guitar. And it was
Yeah.
so much fun. And I thought it was, the crowd was definitely big Joe Nichols fans. Lots of cowboy hats, myself included. Did you wear your
Yeah.
cowboy hat too?
Oh yeah. I put my Stetson on.
Yeah.
I had my brand new Python boots. I mean, I was all decked out. Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
wait. Yeah, and he did a lot of sing-alongs. He'd have the lights come up
Yes.
so the crowd could sing. He was saying like, "Does anyone have any questions?" And he would answer
Yeah.
those. So that was
He was
really
trying to
cool.
make it really interactive. Yeah. I think anytime you see these big names coming to the Villar, I think that's a lot of times the style where you really get to get a little bit more up close and personal with them. So
Yeah.
it's not a big theater. You like, I'm in that kind of the second section and they're like right there. I thought
Yeah.
it's just such a great venue to see artists
Yeah,
perform.
yeah, perfect. So we're really, yeah, I was glad that I was able to see that show. And then tonight we've got another show. So Interpreti Veneziani. I think I'm saying it right, but it is part of the classical series that'll be going on. So it's going to be glorious masterworks of the Baroque tradition by Venice's finest chamber orchestra. So, oh wow, if you love that style of music, tonight is your night to see this. 6:30 is when it's going to start. Tickets are still available. They're $38. And then the student ticket is just $10. And like you and I were talking about before the show, if you have a child that's interested, maybe they're playing the violin, bring them here because they can really see where this music can take you. And once again, that intimate theater, 530 seats, not a bad seat in the house. I think it's going to be a great show. So you can see that this evening. They've got a YouTube link right on the website where you can hear some of the music. They'll let you know the evening's program. We've got some Bach for you, Vivaldi, Paganini. So different wonderful artists that they're going to be playing their music. So this should be cool. And then we change things up the next night. So the next night we've got The Mountain in My Mind. And this is a film screening that's really going to touch on some deep topics. We're talking about suicide, depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, sexual assault, substance abuse. And what it is it's destigmatizing the conversation. So Beaver Creek Resort COO Nadia Guerrero, she's going to be with Corey Levy, Vail Resort's Director of Wellness, and Casey Wolfington. She's with Eagle Valley Behavioral Health. She's a Senior Director of Community Behavioral Health. You're going to join them for a conversation around mental health in mountain communities. And then the movie will play as well. And this is a breakthrough film of its kind. And they went through what it's called the suicide belt in the Rocky Mountain region of the U.S. And we think that, oh, it's Happy Valley. Everything's perfect here. Look at our beautiful surroundings. But honestly, we just don't. There is a lot of issues here, and this is going to help address them. So just an amazing kind of departure from our regular shows, whether it's rock and roll, comedy, children's programming. This is going to be a little bit more of a serious topic, but I think they're doing a great job just opening up the conversation, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've done a good job, I think, in the last year or so, bringing more resources like this to the Valley. But it's just a really hard topic, and we don't want it to be something people don't want to talk about, because then you can't get help. So I
Yeah.
think programs like this are such a great way to kind of open that conversation, and then hopefully maybe connect people to better resources.
Yeah, and you know what? And this is absolutely free. They just ask that you just register online. They just want to know who's all coming, and it's at 5:30. So after work, if you can make it, this is going to be, and it's presented by Beaver Creek Resorts. So it really shows that the resorts are really trying to step up with the mental health problem as well. So just a couple of interesting things happening at the Villar Performing Arts Center this week alone. All right, Anthony, should we take it to commercial? We'll come back with weather. Okay, we'll be right back. Stay warm, Heather. We'll be right back.
Moendi for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Well, we are back. I want to give you a look at the weather before we send you off on your way today. We're going to see some gradual clearing. We'll have some sunshine today. Really not much of a chance of snow until later on tonight into the wee hours of actually tomorrow morning. Probably 4 a.m. is when we'll see a little bit of that. Not much snow this week, but we're going to get into the 30s today. Overnight lows, we're going to be back down into the teens and single digits for most of the valley. And then for tomorrow, for your Tuesday, a 40% chance of showers. It'll start to warm up a little bit, probably closer to noon. So if you're hitting first chair, definitely bundle up. I'll put maybe some hand warmers in those mittens today. And then as we go through the rest of the week, on Wednesday, we have a slight chance of snow and then snow showers likely. So a 20% chance in the morning, 70% chance by later on in the day. And then Thursday, a little break in the action. We'll see a little bit of sun in the morning and then a chance of snow showers once again. And then by the weekend, it looks like we're going to continue with that chance of snow. Now, we're not going to see a lot of snow out of this. We'll see maybe, 2 to 4 inches in the next couple of storms, and then we'll take that little break and similar through that. So not anything like we've seen with a 12-inch day, 11-inch day. Here's what Open Snow is predicting. Maybe 1 inch for Tuesday, 3 for Wednesday at both resorts. And then by Sunday, maybe another 2 inches. And Monday, maybe 4 inches. Now, things can always change, especially trying to predict that far out. But that's what the Open Snow and the National Weather Service is calling for right now. Now, we are seeing about 87% of the mountain open over at the Beeve. They have 180 inches season to date already. Things going on, but they let us know that early this morning, so we were able to share that news for you. I think your high noon lift and sun up bowl will still be open, but just make sure you stay out of that area. It will be roped off, and they'll have the signs saying it. But we do have the new Chair 6 Game Creek Bowl open for you, so that should be a lot of fun. But let's bring in Heather and talk a little bit more about, look at the line. Monday.
I know, quite. Lots of people in line. It's kind of surprising, like you said. Monday, no new snow, but we got lots of people here ready to hit the mountains this morning.
Well, you know what? A lot of people are taking their vacations, and especially people like Paul from the UK. I've met a lot of people from the UK out on the hill lately. Australia, they usually take that month of January off. I have a friend that's going on a safari. She turns 50 this year, so she's from Australia. They just went to Japan. Then they were in Tahoe. They're going to Park City next. So I'm like, oh, you got to come to Vail. You're so close.
Yes.
So
Sounds like a great tour, though. Safari and snow and like the whole gamut there.
yeah, so they're doing it all. But they've got the music going this morning too, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me over it, but nice festive atmosphere for your Monday morning.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Once they get that lift line going, it doesn't take very long for them
No.
to get that out of there. So perfect. Okay, well, we've had a lot of things to talk about today. Coach Prime being in town, Lindsey Vonn being the first woman to ever ski the Strife and to do it at night, which no human being has ever done. And Stone Creek Shoots, they're open for you as well. So a lot of things happening out there. Plus, you got to meet Paul from the
Plenty of
UK.
place. That's right. That's right. We got to meet one of our viewers, so
Yeah.
that's always very fun.
And you know what? And Rodney Travis chimed in. He said, "Looking good, Paul. Have fun." So Rodney's chiming in from South Carolina, saying hello and everything. So we love when we can hear from our guests, and we love chatting with you here in the morning as well. But okay. Well, looks like we're about ready to wrap things up. Heather, thanks so much for your reporting today. Are you seeing any sun yet? Or is the sun
You know
broke
what? There
through?
is blue. There's plenty of blue. It's not a bright, sunshiny day quite yet, but I think it's going to happen.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a really nice day. You can see the sun kind of starting to crest the mountain over here. So just bundle up, be ready for it. But I think it'll warm up enough that it's going to be a great day on the mountain.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks so much for your reporting today. Thank you all for watching us today. Keep in mind, we're live 7:30 to 8:30 Mountain Standard Time if you want to chat with us on YouTube or Facebook. And then we're also on Outside Television, Channel 17. So we'll see you bright and early tomorrow.